Of awkward, by the way, JD Vance, our very own country boy, just a simple drinking country time lemonade, hanging out in the back porch, shotgun weddings and all that jazz.
I was going to say shotgun beers.
El Caminos and keg stands.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I just love a simple country boy who's
Real America.
worth $500 million, just a venture capitalist who spent his time ripping off poor people. Wait, does that make him a simple country boy or not? Yale educated, just completely decimating the Appalachian region. Anyway, so he had this really bad PR moment over the weekend when he walked into a donut shop. Now, this footage has been played into oblivion, and I do this not to make fun of JD Vance. I think we should play it to try to help JD Vance, because there's a big piece here missing from the procedural steps that he should have taken, kind of like baking a cake or making a donut, that he should have done before going in and having this moment. So he goes in to order donuts from a donut shop, and it is the most awkward and uncomfortable and not human interaction I have ever seen in my life. Here's what that sounded like.
The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man? Okay, yeah.
Pause it really quick. So she says, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, and the video they're showing has her face blurred.
Right. And then he, in response, says, Jacob.
She doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything.
Okay, pause it really quick. That should have been solved before he even went into the donut shop. Right. I'm getting the sense that JD Vance has hired some third-string C-list campaign managers who don't know in advance to go into a donut shop and say, have you heard of JD Vance? Who are you voting for? Is it to give you guys waivers so that we can use your image and likeness, right?
Absolutely right. That's how good campaigns do groundwork ahead of time.
And not only that,
yes.
They weren't even using microphones. They were using in-camera microphones. So the audio is so bad that they didn't even have the presence of mind to say, we want to film JD being a quote-unquote normal human being and not being the alien that he is. Why don't we, right?
Yes.
Why don't we get some shotgun mics, get some waivers, make sure everything's good to go before he goes in. And then he orders donuts like an alien. Hello, fellow people. I would like fried dough, please.
For my mouth hole.
For
Please.
my mouth, please. Can we hear that, Jacob?
Hey, man. I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay.
Pause it again. Okay.
I know, right?
Okay. Oh, right. So the fact that they didn't vet beforehand and go in and say, do you know who JD Vance is? He goes, I'm JD Vance. I'm running. That should not be the case. She should be saying, you're JD Vance. You're a simple country time lemonade boy. I know everything about you, JP Mandel.
My mother loves you.
My mother loves you. She can't get enough of the fact that you're a venture capitalist who's ripped off poor people for like 10 years. Oh, my God. We love you, you simple country boy. All of this should have been solved way in advance, and someone's doing JD dirty. And I'd be surprised if it wasn't Donald Trump. Who's like, send him into the donut shop.
No.
Don't vet the people in there.
Well, you know, it's funny because you're right. That's how a good campaign is run. You do the groundwork ahead of time.
Right.
It's a friendly environment. You're mic'd correctly.
Right.
You're making content that's going to win over the undecided voters.
Right.
But I don't know that these guys are. I don't know that the A team is applying for the job with the Trump-Vance campaign. And maybe that's because Donald Trump has done 8-9 years of scorched earth, won't pay people that work for him, has already gone through the A and the B list of political operatives in the Republican vein, and all they've got left this time around are the people who don't know how to mic a candidate or pre-interview a donut shop worker to know it's going to be a friendly environment.
So he says, we don't need to play this because the audio is so low, Jacob, but he says something like, they say, what donuts do you want? And he says, whatever.
Whatever makes sense.
Whatever makes sense.
2 dozen, whatever
so
makes sense.
There's been a rumor that JD Vance is on Ozempic. I have to fact check myself on this. He's not admitted to it, but there's a rumor that because he's lost 30 pounds in a very brief period of time.
Really?
And so one of the things that happened, I looked into Ozempic when Mickey Gomez was working here, and I looked at all the research on it. Because she was taking it for her diabetes.
Yeah.
And I look into it and I see that some people have a very interesting side effect, which is they no longer experience joy from food. And so, when you go into a donut shop, you're like, oh, I got to get the Boston cream.
We talked, but it's a
Gotta
religious
get the
experience.
Got to get the old fashioned. Give me the maple bar.
Look at those fritters.
Right.
I wasn't in the market, but give me 3 of those fritters.
Give me a Danish.
Right.
He's treating it like he's going in to get spare nuts and bolts, right? He's just at the hardware store. What do you need? Give me some
Just a handful of
whatever. I guess I need hinges. I don't know.
I guess I need it's whatever. Now, it's bad for him because everybody's making fun of him for going in and doing this. And I'm starting to think that maybe JD Vance is indeed on Ozempic because he did not seem very enthused about donuts like how any other human being on God's green earth would be.
Yes.
To contrast it, here's Tim Walz ordering sandwiches, right? Here's what that sounded like.
Sorry to hold things up for you. We really came just to go to runs, and then we did a little rally on the side.
No kidding. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan. I'm from here, right here. I went to school at St. Charles.
Okay,
Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan.
those people have been vetted.
Yep.
They are mic'd. Okay, it's like you can hate Tim Walz and you can hate Kamala Harris. They are running that campaign perfectly.
Well, and Walz walks in with a joke preloaded.
Right.
Like he knows exactly how he's going to start. I mean, he's
Yeah.
fine once he's off script too, but yeah, it's just the preparation is obvious.
It's good staffing. They call
Good
it
staffing.
good staffing.
So you've got JD Vance wearing the skin of a human being as a lizard person going in. I will have fried dough for mouth hole consumption, please. And then you have Tim Walz going in there, just based Chad Comrade walking in. Hey, fellow traveler, give me that sandwich.
And every kid from the kitchen comes out for a photo op and shake his hand.
Right,
That's good,
right.
good vetting.
That's good campaigning,
Yep, yep.
and the Trump campaign needs to learn from that.